Let's try that again. Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well this morning. Um, that's my partner, and she has just left. Ah, and here comes another partner. They all know that when I come and sit here, that I'm going to be still, and my energy is going to get calmer and loving, and they're coming for the soak. Uh, Good morning. I'm Belinda. I'm with Just Be Yoga, and this is our Chakra Flow Yoga Live on Sunday mornings at 8 a.m. Today, I really think that we're probably going to stay mostly down on the mat as like seated or reclining postures. Please feel free to get up and get a blanket, some pillows for later. I've got some bolsters over there, so I might be using them a little bit later. Please also type in the chat for me if you're having any difficulty hearing me. I think that I've negotiated some of the audio, but I want to be sure that you can hear more than watch, right? Yoga is less about like doing what someone else is saying to do or moving and positioning yourself just as they are, but about listening and saying, is there space available there for me? Is that what my spirit is yearning for or my body is yearning for? So, again, please feel free to let me know in the chat. I'll be looking up to see if there's any comments about anything. How about that? All right. And good morning, Kelly. I saw that your greeting when we first started. So let's start in a sitting space that's comfortable for you. Some of you may notice that I'm not quite in crisscross applesauce, but I'm in what's called Sukhasana, or easy pose. Um, that may not be so easy for others. So sit comfortably for you and have the spine upright. If you would prefer to have your back positioned against the wall for support so that you can have that ease, great. Our chakra yoga flow has been developing over the last 5 or 6 years. Started off with workshops about what chakras were, evolving into a regular practice to connect into these wheels of energy within us. So I invite you to join us today to connect in with a feeling experience, an energetic experience, and less about a thinking experience. So let's just start with a moment of quietude, inviting yourselves all the way in as a sensing being. Take that in. What does that mean for you? On a physical level, as a sensing being. What are your senses telling you about the state of your physical being now? Is it dull or heavy? Agitated and buzzing? Is it a mixture? Are there aches? Are there butterflies? Eyes can be opened or closed. Inviting some stillness and quiet to get real, to get into you all the way in. Now I'll invite us to start with an abdominal breath. So we'll try to relax the belly, let it hang heavy. And for some of us that might feel counterintuitive or just downright bad. And we get to notice what we're feeling in the volume of the belly. Is that a comfortable feeling? Does it make us want to hide the belly. And let's remain on a sensation or emotion and try to resist going down the rabbit hole of why. Feel the belly expand and release. What's your natural pace of breath? Just be a breathing body here. Providing the nourishment of breath, connecting our physical body with the outside world, interconnected, interdependent. And on your next exhale, I'll invite us to do a soft, forceful exhale out. Soft. So a soft inhale and a lightly forceful exhale out the nose. And observe how the rest of the body reacts. Kindling some of the activation in the belly. Feel the power in the belly. To invite and to expel. To receive and to send. Stop whenever you like. And then find your natural abdominal breath. And just notice the difference. What's the feeling that comes over us? The emotion or the sensation? Where are you feeling it? Likely in the higher portions of your body. All right, and we'll use that breath in between various posture practices today, connecting with that abdominal breath in the chest, in the throat, and feeling that as a hub as we start to kindle more movement and sensation in the rest of the body. All right, let's thread the fingers in between the toes, waking up the base of us. Take your time. Notice if you had a rushed nature to it. And notice how we're getting the fingers in there. I would kind of classify mine right now as combative, and that is not exactly how I wish to feel this morning. So I'm going to slow my roll and just kind of acknowledge either the knuckles of my feet are a little swollen this morning, or I'm just getting fat feet. All right, and let's flex and point. Oh, feel the stimulation, all of the sensations, ranges of intensity in the area of the body that is most often in contact with the earth. Every step, every impact of those steps, what's loosening in the ground beneath us. First chakra, our root, the earth, relationship we have with stability, our foundation. Ankle rotations when you're ready. Our trust in this space, how aware we are of how sensitive we are in this space. Again, we're not thinking, we're just receiving, becoming aware, sensation and emotion, changing direction. So let the sediment down in this region of the body talk to you. And then we'll release those fingers, massaging the foot. Oh, and maybe feel like waking it up. Good. I'm going to massage a little further up. The lower part of my leg was just saying, hey, I really like that. So close to the ankle, the base of the shin. Back of my calves and Achilles tendon are feeling very sensitive. And so I'm delivering care from this fourth chakra region, this loving kindness, down into my root with some gratitude, a big thank you. Because I heard it, and then I decided to deliver some care. I'm going to come into the other side. I'm going to thread those fingers. And my foot said, no movement right away, so I'm just sitting, the knuckles, feeling that space. You know where we're going now, so feel free if you want to move around in that. Mine still want a little bit of settled space. This is my right foot. I am right-sided, right dominant. So I can feel all the pressure that I put on myself on this side, in this foot. Now I'm ready to move some things around. Listening to what the body really wants. Having a moment and a pause. Sometimes I put a pause inside of my pause. Because I recognize, did you just do a perfunctory stop and really didn't listen to receive? I'm changing now, doing my rotations. Aware of the breath. Eyes can be opened or closed. Come all the way in as an energetic being. Can you feel the waves of energy coming out of that ankle and foot? Change direction. And maybe your awareness of that energy could change if you varied the pace, the rhythm. Sometimes we need to shake things up to waken ourselves up to the moment. I'm going to loosen that up. Massage. Feel free to make sounds, a groan, a moan, a sigh. Let it out. Don't force it, but just, if something comes out. We are sensory and energetic beings, and sound is a part of the energy that resides within us, that we reside within. The sound around us impacts us. The vibrations within us impacts us. Yeah, chakras are said to be wheels of energy that spin in both directions, counterclockwise and clockwise. But what is energy, right? When energy moves in waves. All right, I'm done with those legs there. I'm just going to lengthen the legs out and spread the toes. Waves. There are light waves, pointing and flexing. There are sound waves. Right? Every living thing has a vibration, a resonance, a frequency that undulates and changes. Can you feel that buzzing, humming around within you? Ankle rotations. At any moment in time, if you want to take a rest and lie down, if you want to go to a different posture, listen to yourself. Honor your energetic frequency right now. Maybe it needs less stimulation. Maybe parts of you need more. All right? Okay? And I'm going to wake up this base, shaking up that sediment. Feel the fleshy bits jiggling. Feel that not irritation, that agitation. There we go, that agitation of all of that flesh. Ah, what's the nature of the agitation? Is your body receiving it? Is your body tensing against it? Are you letting it all the way in? Ah, all right, I'm going to turn sideways just so that you can see. Choose how wide apart you would like those legs. I'm going to allow the upper body to come forward. Round the spine. Feel. Let your attention go to one feeling, one region. You really feel it. Is it dull? Is it radiating? Is it pulsing? How is it changing? Is it diminishing? Is it intensifying? Does it have waves? And roll the spine up. And come forward. So speaking of waves, allowing that upper body now to move like an ocean wave. Feel your body's connection to the ocean wave patterns, the tidal patterns on the earth. Your body's connection to the pull of the moon that shifts the water on this planet, that shifts the water inside of you. Maybe draw to mind a picture of an ocean, the sound of it. Visualize this inner landscape, whether a space you've ever been to before or one that's just coming to you from your inner wisdom. Is your water moving swiftly? Is your water moving slowly? Is it moving at all? And then we'll sit upright and feel all that is sturdy, sound, stable in the earth. Connect that with the sensation of the bones in your body. And we'll draw this right knee in. Wrap the left arm around it. Breathe in, lifting. And allow movement from the center of you. Check in here that you're not forcing. And gently release. Lengthen that leg. And draw the left foot in. Wrapping this arm around. Feel your connection with the earth, everything that makes you feel sturdy. And revolve. Allowing the watery spaces to move. And release. Lengthen that leg out. And come forward. Rolling it up. I'm going to draw this right knee in and bring my right hand inside of the inner thigh and grab the big toe or the foot. And imagine I could make a phone call. Remember, you are not trying to make your body do anything it doesn't want to do. We're just pulling the heel toward in the direction of the ear and feeling the limitation and the range within that hip. Release and draw the left foot in. Find your sturdiness, your base, and then see what wants to move energetically and release. Breathe in. Exhale, come forward. Hold. And we'll bring the spine up. Find a way of sitting, and that could be with the legs still out in front of you. abdominal breath. It may take a while to really relax the belly, coming back to where we began. What has shifted in your entire being? How is the energy flowing through you differently? Something has changed. All right, now we'll inhale. Light, forceful exhale. Feel the force of energy within you without tension. Your unforced nature of strength, of emphasis. Beautiful. Now let's take a rest. And I'll invite us to bring the feet out a little bit wide, knees open, and see if the upper body wants to come forward a bit. Perhaps close the eyes. Let your attention scan the entire body, not just the area that's delivering the most intense sensation. What are the images that are coming to mind? Are they resistant images? Are they light and playful images? What are the colors? Be an energetic body. And we'll roll the spine up and start to come back and forth. Feeling our water flow in a different shape around joints in a different manner. I love to visualize water traveling around different objects in the stream. Twigs and branches, logs and boulders. Feeling my own internal waters, navigating obstacles, limitations. Does my water stop? Does it get all stopped up? Or can it flow? Even if it slows to a trickle, can you notice where it's resuming? Where it's starting to move more freely? Try not to have an objective. We're just here to feel and let it guide us. Let it be witnessed and recognized. Maybe hold. I'm just going to walk my arms forward a bit and see how that changes. The area of intensity, which for me is in my low back. It might be in your groin or your inner thighs. Abdominal breaths, letting the breath kind of represent the water. And bringing the spine back up when we're ready. Bottoms of the feet together. Just see how naturally the thighs and the hips want to receive being open. How much does this region of the body, the pelvis, our sacral area, our watery space of sensuality. So check in. Are you forcing it? Change your direction or your angle now and again. How do we know unless we probe? I'm just sitting upright. Try to have as little amount of tension anywhere in the body as you can. And we'll start to invite neck rotation. Abdominal breath. And notice, the different sensations, the different tones. Like you're striking notes going around. Listen to them. Let your spirit and your mind just fall in sync with the natural rhythm that's going on an energetic level. Change your direction when you're ready. What's different in this direction? How is this experience different? How does your energy flow in this direction? Feel yourself starting to really honor both sides of you, the nuances of how your energy wishes to move. Can you go with it? Can you trust it? Let your breath fall in sync with you. And we'll come to a neutral space when you're ready. By all means, stay there if you wish. And we'll start to come forward and back. Check in that you're not forcing yourself to go too far. Sensual. Inviting ourselves to be open and aware as sensing beings, sensual beings. Let your breath be expressive here, letting the throat remaining open and fluid, connecting this throat chakra to the expression in these hips, the throat area governing our listening skill, listening to the outside world, listening to the inside world. Our connection to our truth, not rejecting it, denying it, or refuting it. Saturate in it, absorb. Let this be an absorption exercise of what's going on in your hips, in your back, in your entire body. And when you're ready, we'll come upright and invite a twist. Let the abdomen breathe. Adjust the twist either to add more intensity or less, based on what you're listening to. More intensity in the energy that you're applying, the force. Maybe more intensity in your receptive nature. And turn the neck now in the direction you're turning. Add that in, a willingness to revolve and revolve, to continually begin and see things differently, to release and absorb. When you're ready, we'll gently release that and come around to the other side. Come all the way in, genuine and authentic. and gradually release. Alrighty. Find a cross-legged space or sit, again, however you would wish, maybe sitting up on a block. And we'll bring the arms out to the sides and start a twisting movement back and forth. This spinning twist. Maybe feel the nature of your anchored point, both sitting bones, your buttocks. There's flesh in that anchor, there are bones in that anchor. And feel the fluid movement, that spinning, that centrifugal sense. Is it moving freely, or does it have tension at the end or the beginning? And feel the force that's actually making you go. What is the force that's making you go? Maybe that's in the center of your belly. Some of us feel that in the mid-back. Are there sensations that are becoming too intense? How do you want to vary your movement to honor and listen and honor the force within you that wants to be? It doesn't want to dim. It says, I'm still here, but maybe you want to do a little less. And some of us actually have that wheel of energy, of force, of activation, that hasn't even begun. Be willing to find your genuine space here, in your anchor, in your fluid. Feel it all the way up the spinal column, to the base of the neck, base of the skull, sorry. Notice the airy sensation. Notice the water sensation, the vibratory sensation. And when you're ready, we'll gradually come to a halt. Maybe eyes open or eyes closed. Deep breath in the nose. Exhale out the mouth, protruding the tongue. Abdominal breath. And now converting into that soft, light, forceful exhale. And your natural breath. Right palm out and up, left palm out and down, and we'll squeeze and release. And now let's see what kind of rapid movement we can do with an intention into the squeeze and into the expansion. Notice the sensations. Coming up into these arms, shoulders, and hands. The bridge between our heart and our throat. So expressive. So much getting trapped in there. Much trapped in these hands and arms that we truly want to express and haven't. That we truly want to receive and haven't embraced. Notice your breath. Good. And then let's shake the arms out. Good. We'll reach the arms out and coil the arms around the spine. And coil the arms and open the chest and the throat. And coil. Feel all of the buzz and hum of energy on a cellular level. Maybe deep into a bone level, organ level. How does your breath wish to move? Good, and let's release those arms. Deep breath in the nose. Out the mouth, protrude the tongue. Left palm out and up. Right palm out and down. And again, we will pulse these hand chakras. How hot do we get? What kind of ranges of tingle, softness, all intermingle. Can you feel the center of palms where the fingertips come into contact? How wide apart can we feel those fingers expanding? What's going on in those forearms? What's your relationship with intensity? What inside of you is saying, I actually don't need so much more right now? Good. And release. Let's shake that out. Oh. Wonderful. I'll invite us to bring the arms behind us. Some of you might need a towel or a strap to bring the hands to connect behind. So feel free to grab something, or if you can bring your hands together, great. Maybe you prefer to grab your wrist. And we'll lift the arms and feel the front of the chest. And again, if you prefer your legs to be out in front of you, that's fine. I'm just going to change the cross. Chin up and down. Neck left and right. And we'll release the arms and bring them out in front of us. Maybe give ourselves a nice little hug. Creep those fingertips back behind you. An armful of you come all the way in. And then chin up and down. Observe what you are feeling and sensing. And left and right. And back to a neutral space. Maybe lifting the elbow a little more. I don't know. What do your shoulders wish for? Notice the sensations. Feel a few breaths. And we'll release those arms. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Natural breath. Scan your whole body. What are you aware of? What is going on? How is it making you feel? Abdominal breath. And then that light, forceful exhale is called Kapalabhati. So we'll do that breath now. if you wish. And natural breath. All right, I'll invite us to come to hands and knees. If you prefer to put a blanket down under the knees or hands, go ahead and get it. And really, try not to make it a mental note, I'll do that next time. The practice is in the present. The present is in the now. And so if we can give ourselves, okay, I'm going to go do that. And actually feel yourself giving yourself what you need. Not delay it. Taking care of our needs and listening genuinely. I'm going to lengthen my left leg back and put the toes down and push back against the heel. Tuck the chin into the chest and experience sensation all the way up and down the whole length of the back of my body. Back of the leg, back of the low back, back of the neck. And we're maintaining any awareness of breath, any connection to breath. Let the breath spin the wheels of energy. Now I'm going to step the left foot up and sink back onto my right heel with the left leg out in front and come forward. Be aware of your breath. Whether you're breathing only through the nose, whether you're breathing exhales out the mouth. Maybe wiggle the fingers and the toes. Be aware of sensations you're enjoying, sensations that you're not so much enjoying. And we'll come forward, right hand down, and revolve the chest. The left hand could rest at your hip. That left arm could expand. Feel your anchors. The left foot, is it pressing down? The right hand, the right knee. Feel the nature of your breath expanding in your belly. Are we letting this energy move? Are we letting these actions happen? And release. I'm going to step that left knee back and extend the right leg back. Pressing the toes down and pushing back against that heel. Feel the sensation change. You may have started off more intense in one area of the body, and now a whole other area of the body is becoming more loud, more vibrant. Remember, feel free to make sound, maybe opening and closing the jaw, coming all the way in, be an entire body. And stepping the right foot up when you're ready. And shifting back onto that left foot. Right leg straight. I'm even going to flex those toes. That might be a bit intense for some. And come forward. Feel the front side and the back side of you. Feel the space in between your shoulder blades, front of your chest. Heart, expressive, kind, loving. Can we feel those waves of energy floating through us? Kindness waves. Can we breathe in waves of kindness in our breath? And we'll gradually come up when you're ready. Left palm giving us some root, giving this right knee over this heel. Asking the waist, the spine to revolve, expanding our wings to open our heart. And even if I leave my right hand at my back, my heart is still being offered in an open way. And I'll bring the right hand down. And step the right knee back. And allow for a child's pose, perhaps leaving the arms out in front of us. So we'll sink the hips back, allow the head to release. Let the breath inform you. Air is the element of the heart chakra. Air is the hub. It's the connection point between our physical world and the outside world. From that hub, we rise up into the more ethereal energies of sound, of light, of spirit. If you can or wish, we'll bend the elbows and bring the prayer hands behind the head. Notice your breath. Notice the emotion and the mental chatter. If that chatter is saying, I feel cramped, or if that chatter is saying, I feel comforted, soothed. Absorb that as an energy. Be with it. Acknowledge it as a truth. And we'll bring the hands to the ankles or heels. And I'll invite us to place the head as close to the knees as is comfortable for you. And if you're comfortable doing so, we'll lift the hips perhaps a little, perhaps a lot, depending on how safe you feel, on the top of your head. Sensations up in this upper body, top of the head, back of the neck. What does trust feel like? Absorb how you are reacting physically. And we'll gently release and reach the arms out in front of us. We're going to slide forward onto our bellies and bring the forearms out in front of us. If you can, elbows under your shoulders, inner thighs as close together as is comfortable. And just allow your upper body to be propped upright. Try not to press the spine up too high. Just where does your spine want to naturally reside here? Abdominal breath. Top of the head gently lifting. Hips sinking. Notice the sensations. What are those waves of energy telling you? Are they inviting or rejecting? Are they sending or receiving? Do they have color? Do they have texture? That's Mustafa. Sorry about that. Breathe, lift the chest, and then we'll ease back into child's pose and hang for a second in child's pose. Child's pose. All right. If you like, another rabbit. Hands to the ankles or heels, head down, gently lifting the hips. What are we feeling in the back of the throat? In your breath. Releasing when you're ready. Reaching that body forward. Taking the gaze with you. Extension through those arms. And we'll slide our way forward. Forearms out in front of us. This is called Sphinx. Legs as close together as we can. Relax your backside. And asking the spine to rise. Chin level. Belly breathing. Shoulders soft. We'll tilt the chin up and down, up and down, left and right. Feel the arms giving you anchor, left and right. And release it down. Turn your head to one side and feel all of that energy releasing and shifting into a different feeling of energy. We still have energy, just it's shifting, it's changing. We're noticing it in different places. And turn the head to the other side. I'll invite us to bring the arms out, bent, little goalpost arms, and we'll lift the upper body and the legs. Notice the range of sensations. What feels good and light and effortless. What feels strained. Is there an equilibrium? Could you soften? Could you adjust? And then just accept, this is me. This is my energy right now. This is my being and how it feels right here. How my energy flows. And gently release. Deep breath in, sigh it out. And we'll press our way back to child's pose. This time, if you would like, maybe super widen out the knees and feel the difference as you sink heavy into the hips, into this second chakra space. The heaviness of the first chakra, the earthiness. Are you falling into it? Are you allowing yourself, permitting yourself to lean into the support of this foundation? Feel the floor. Feel the nature of sinking and seeking support. Allow it through your whole being. The chest seeking support. The shoulders and arms seeking support and heaviness. The head seeking support and heaviness. And then we'll gradually come on up. And I'll invite us to come into lying down on our backs. Here's where, if you would like your pillow or a block, go ahead and get it. I'm going to get my pillow. I'm going to bring the pillow under my knees and then push down with my feet and lift my hips and scooch that pillow under the hips, allowing the legs either to be straight, or you could walk those feet in and keep them in a bridge position. Just depends on what are you feeling across the body, across the hips. And you feel that edge between the difference of an intensity that feels positive and lengthening and an intensity that is letting you know there's danger, there's pain, there's harm. I'll invite us to bring the hands behind the head and invite the chin in toward the chest, lifting gently with the arm. And when you're ready, we'll release that down. Bottoms of the feet coming together, knees open. Now we've been in a similar space here today, but now we're reclined and raised. No matter how high your pillow is, but we're raised. A little more open, a little more vulnerable. The support is a little higher off the earth. How does the energy flow here? In the groin, in the hips and thighs. In our organs. Feeling a little bit of an upside down feeling as the head is beneath the hips. And we'll invite the inner thighs together and remain raised. And we'll pull one knee in toward the chest. And just notice what's changed. How heavy does the upper body feel? Does it have a sensation of falling or sinking? Are you able to go with that? Do you need to back off? Are you softening or tensing? And we'll gently release and switch to the other side. Some of you may actually wish to do both. I'm just choosing today to do one at a time. But it could be a nice little exploration of vulnerability and trust, letting all of that weight bearing be on the upper back, up toward the head and neck, shifting our foundation, being able to have root in different areas of us. And then I'll keep the feet in a bridge position, rest the arms, gaze upward, and we'll gently press through the feet and lift the hips. And maybe you barely clear your pillow. Maybe you really lift and you soften the upper body where you're in contact, standing firm in this upper body, receiving the body weight in the back of our heart. How does it feel like? How does it feel differently than how our feet support us? A wider, broader base, but different sensations altogether. And then gently lower the hips down. Knees coming together, feet a little wide. Maybe the knees actually touch. Maybe you can ask the muscles, oh, do you want to go there? And feel what's going on. What's resistant? What's tightening? What just feels restrained, but it's actually moving? Good, and we'll do this little windshield wiper blade, letting the feet stay wide, but we let both knees fall to the left and right. Your thighs mimicking windshield wiper blades. One closing, one opening. One closing, one opening. And we'll come to a halt there. I'm going to lift my hips and move the pillow out from underneath and set it aside. Invite the knees into the chest, gaze up to the ceiling. See if the knees and inner thighs want to stay together. Feel the energy it takes to hold and contain. Feeling that third chakra, our force, our activation. How much activation does this require? Feeling your body doing the activation. Can the rest of the body remain at ease? And we'll allow the knees to go to the left and rest. Feel this spiraling course of energy coiling up and down your spine, through your organs, through your breath. And then make your way over to the other side, perhaps seeing if the inner thighs want to stay together. And you just get to notice whether they do or they don't. Like, that's the energy that I have. That's how much I would have to exert if I wanted to keep those together. Getting to know how much force of activation do I have within myself. Perhaps observing how often we exceed what we have or don't use nearly enough of our inner power. And let's bring ourselves back to a neutral space. I'll invite us to send the heels up toward the sky. Soften the knees as much or as little as you like. And you investigate what's the greatest ease that you can have in this shape. What are the sensations we're most aware of? What are the sensations that are most soothing, affirming, and comforting? What are the sensations that are disconnecting, excessive? And when you are done, we'll position the body for Shavasana. And some would say Shavasana is corpse pose. Some would say that this is a traditional way of lying down in corpse pose, lying on the back flat. It is not a mandate. If there are parts of your body that are greatly in pain or discomfort by lying in this way, please change. Curl up on your side. Lie down on your belly. Sit upright altogether. The point of Shavasana, although it is named after corpse pose, we're just simulating absolute stillness in mind and body. Absolute silence in mind and body. The death of activation. But coming alive in awareness of deactivation, of non-action. Feel all of the being and feeling there is here. What is going on? Is there an action you can release somewhere, no matter how small or large? Is there more, less to explore? Is there more acceptance to feel? I'll invite us to have some gentle movements to reawaken. Maybe invite that breath to stimulate, oxygenate. Before rising up to an upright sitting space. I'll invite us to close with the sharing of Om as a rolling Om, allowing that vibration. We've been talking about energy as vibratory energy this morning. So can we allow vibration to emanate from us? Not singing, not trying to find a tone, but just letting the vibration course through and course through. So we're going to try to do a rolling Om, imagining that we were all together and just letting them happen until they stop. If you're joining, deep breath, wide open throat. Hands to the heart center. Honor the vibration within you, how it moves, what it is expressing, how it's carrying you, what it's helping you carry to others authentically. Namaste. Thank you all for joining so much. It's always a pleasure to practice Sunday morning in an energetic focused practice on our chakras, on feeling the coursing of energy within us. If you want to find more, check out our playlist on YouTube of more chakra flows. Sign up for our newsletter on our website. We began a mindfulness workshop. That's a 4-week series this past week, which is lovely. A nice little immersion of some chakra work, some of the mindfulness practices, but also some exercises to really start to look at what is kindness, How do we carry it? How do we wear it? How do we resist against it? What blocks us from sharing our greatest love and kindness as a healing modality for ourselves and others? So feel free to check out more of that. We'll be adding another series soon. And if you're interested in joining this one, send me an email. All right. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thomas, great to see you. Namaste. It was great to see you, Kelly. Happy Sunday. Gotta go feed my 17-year-old cranky old man cat. All right. Peace, everyone. Namaste.